generational curses are not broken by excuses. They are broken by the people who turn the excuses into the fuel. College is over. Oh, what's the next adventure? Dental school. Now, this is a hard-ass adventure. You have to really do a lot of work and prepare yourself for years to be that type of student who can matriculate successfully through dental school. This is another adventure. So you see, every step of your life is going to be a new adventure, and it's not going to be perfect, but it will add on to the experience that you have. And you take this experience, and with this experience, you make brighter, more intelligent decisions that can get you closer to a dream or success where you have peace and success versus just success and expensive suffering. You won't care about what people say. You will do everything that you want to do because it makes you feel happy and at peace, not because it looked good for the gram. Back to what my patient said. She said entrepreneurship is like having on gold handcuffs. And I was like, you damn right, almost. It was a bit dramatic when she said that, but I was like, some days that's how it feels. Like you have gold, but it's handcuffs because you have to keep this business growing, going, marketing, all of that. And only the strong will survive. And only the strong will use that experience from being an entrepreneur or from following your dreams or from having to go through so much to get to where you're trying to go. Only those people will come out on the other side and be okay, where you can take those handcuffs off. I don't ever want to be tied to gold handcuffs. I don't care how much money I'm getting. And I think that's what I realized in this season is I prefer peace, a stress-free life, simplicity overall. And whatever aligns with that is what I need to do. So that's what my patient said, y'all. She said having on gold handcuffs. And I was like, you might be right. Ask any entrepreneur, and they're going to be like, it is not like... So when I'm promoting people to go out and do entrepreneurship, just know that it's hard work. It's not something that you just wake up and you're successful. It takes years and years of consistency, sometimes with $0, sometimes with everything going wrong. But that doesn't mean it's not working. It just means that you got to keep going. It's just that simple. You just got to keep going and keep learning from your mistakes. So for me, I'm still learning. At my big old age, I'm always going to be a lifelong learner of financial literacy, a lifelong learner of entrepreneurship, dentistry, just understanding who I am and trying to get better every single day. If you're not trying to get better every single day, you sleeping on yourself, and can't nobody save you from that. So we don't want success without peace. We don't want expensive suffering. We want peace plus success. Peace has to be number one. Happiness has to be number two. And number three, then we can have all the other stuff that might make you smile. You might want to mention. But if you have happiness and peace and then you get what you want, if that's what you want, then great. But if you get in something just because it looks good and now you disturbing your peace and happiness because you're trying to hang on to something that is a liability or stressing you out, just let it go. Pick the peace and happiness first. And I don't think we talk about that enough. That's how you will get these professional people who end it all because they feel like they have so much responsibility and no peace, because anybody who is at peace doesn't do these type of things. Anybody who is at peace is going to eliminate anything that's disturbing my peace, period. Because I know I'm not the only person tired of feeling owned by bills, and I mean like overhead bills for me. The overhead with this inflation in this economy is really, really tough, but it's better to talk about it and pivot and continue to adapt through everything you go through, because that's just how life is. I feel like a lot of us have normalized the struggle. We have normalized exhaustion. I feel like I have normalized exhaustion even from a teenager, just working 2-3 jobs, working overnight, triples, doubles. But at some point you realize that the struggle has become your identity. And we don't want that to be our identity. I want my identity to be what? Peace and happiness, not exhaustion. Oh, I'm a great hustler and I work hard and I'm working myself to death. What are the assets that you're working towards? Is it rent? That's not an asset. Is it just subscriptions and bills so you can watch TV and be comfortable in a box? That's not an asset. Assets are you get a car off of Facebook Marketplace, now you rent missed out on Turo. Now this car is making you money. You're not just driving this car every day putting in gas. Now someone else is driving your car and they're paying you money. Asset. Or you bought you a little piece of property, you got into some real estate. Go play Monopoly. We should be playing Monopoly in real life. You feel me? That's one reason why I have the Monopoly game, because I realized, dang, we're supposed to be buying up the block in real life. Play Monopoly with your kids. This is financial literacy. Play Monopoly with your significant other. Financial literacy, because if you can see it and think it and envision it, you can have it. You can have anything you envision, but don't envision rent. Don't envision paying subscriptions and paying bills for the rest of your life, because no one is coming to save you. We have to save ourselves, save our own communities. Ambitious people like myself, sometimes we can get caught up in normalizing exhaustion. We can wear it like a badge. You know what? I'm a hard worker. I don't get no sleep. I don't want to be a part of team no sleep. I like my sleep, especially as you get older. Sleep is very important to your growth, to the things you learn, to retain everything, to your memory. It's everything. But if you get caught up in, I got to work hard and work till I'm dead and pay rent. No, that's not it. That ain't it. Whoever taught us that is wrong, guys. I don't know who taught us that, to get out and pay a bill. That ain't it. Teach your kids how to get some credit, get a property, and rent that property out. We living in the properties forever. Why aren't we renting these properties out? Getting another property, renting that out. Doing some other type of thing, like starting a family business. I don't know. It's a million things that we can do, right? But don't wear the overtime like a badge of honor, the no sleep, the constant stress, the anxiety, no peace, no time to take a vacation. They're going to give you some points and shit. No. This is somebody else running your whole entire life, your whole entire existence. You don't have any freedom. You can't say, you know what, my baby's sick. I ain't coming in today. They're going to be like, well, you're going to be fired. That's not peace. That's stress, because now you got to put your job over your child. You got to put your job over raising your kids or teaching them financial literacy or just being there, because it's all about the dollar. No, it's not all about the dollar. It's all about your peace of mind. Because when you can't make the dollar, say something happened to you, what do you have to show for it, guys? That is normally called success. Somebody who's a hard worker, they got 5 jobs, they got this. No. How many assets do you have? That's true success. If your entire life would collapse because you got 2 weeks of rest that you honestly deserve, that's not freedom. That's dependency. You kind of addicted to exhaustion. I just feel like that. You just addicted to being exhausted, addicted to being stressed out, addicted to paycheck to paycheck. And you can change that. I have seen it too many times. But many times people have to get put into a tight bind before they will exploit their gifts, before they will go hard. I see it over and over and over again. It's someone on Instagram called Ellie Talks Money. Great channel, educational material, very enlightening. And she talks about how she lost her job. I don't want to get the story wrong. You might have to look her up for yourself, but I'm going to just give you a summary. But she lost her job. She had 3-4 kids at the time. Husband left. She had to move back home with her mom. And then she just said, you know what? I'm going to start posting on Instagram. That year she became a millionaire from being consistent, because she had to show up for her babies. Sometimes your weakest moment can be the seed that you need to plant. Sometimes that weakest moment is what you need. It's the moment that you need to pivot, because if life hadn't crumbled down from the system that you put yourself in, this prison system where you just work and pay rent, you will never leave that system. But if something happened and you get backed into a corner, then you'll be like, you know what? Now it's time to rely on my gifts. But what if you rely on your gifts anyways and stop relying on what the system told us was successful? Because being a victim to what's going on now, all the bills, the subscriptions, and the rent, and the family breaking up, everybody don't got time for each other. The only time you see your kids is after school, and then you see them for 2 to 3 hours. This isn't life. This is called the Matrix. Just in case you was wondering, it's called the Matrix, because it looks like you working hard for something, but if you calculate your assets, it's like, damn, I'm just paying liabilities. Where are my assets? Where are the assets? And it's a hard conversation when you have to transform out of what you thought was working into something that may be better for this season of your life. And that's one thing I realized with dentistry. I've went through so many seasons this first 10 years. If you don't know, this will be a dentist. 10 years. Yes, let me pat myself on the back. 10 years of dentist. Almost 4 of those years as an entrepreneur with motivational dentistry. You see it. And it hasn't been the easiest thing. And I think I'm headed towards a new season in my career. I want to move, shut things down, do something different, and try something new. And a lot of people would never do that. They would be like, oh no, I gotta keep going, No, it's time for me to pivot and move to the next level because I'm always about growing. Nothing is the ceiling for me. I don't see no ceiling. Dentistry definitely has a season. And you can't be ashamed of your season. Don't be ashamed because each season is meant to teach us something, guys. During this season, I would say dentistry taught me leadership. It taught me what true pressure is of having your own and being responsible for the things that go on there. It taught me responsibility. It was overwhelming, but I'm so happy that I'm now allowed to take this experience to the next season, wherever that may be. It's exciting. So this next season is going to teach me alignment, because if I'm out of alignment with who I am, it doesn't matter how hard I work. I still must stay in alignment with who I am, the things that make me happy, and the things that give me peace. And the same with you. Do the things that make you happy and the things that give you peace. And if something isn't making you happy, if your job isn't giving you peace, it's time to exploit those gifts. And many of us won't exploit them until we got our back against the wall. So exploit your gifts now. Don't wait till the last minute. What are you good at? Everybody who's watching this, whether you're watching this live on the replay, you got a gift and you sleeping on it. I'm going to need you to wake up. I need you to wake up. For me, I love streaming. That's why I keep coming back to streaming and trying to help people break generational curses and encourage myself to continue breaking these curses and build generational wealth, because there's so many of them. The system puts so many obstacles in our way, and now they're putting even more obstacles in the way. Sky high rent, sky high gas, everything sky high, groceries sky high. You have kids, daycare sky high. Everything is so high that you got to almost pick and choose, and it should never be that way. You should be in charge of your own life. It's easier said than done. But I know you know how to do something. You know how to bake. You know how to do some makeup. See, me, I always had a gift of doing hair. I don't care where I'm at in this world. If I ever get down on my luck, which hopefully I will never have to resort to my skill of braiding hair, but I can always pull somebody to the side and braid their hair. That's going to be a skill that I had since a teenager. Now I prefer to do teeth, but I can always have that skill. So what skill do you have? It could be any skill. Let's not even think about the things that I do. Let's think about other skills. Plumbing, electrician, mechanic, locksmith. We're just thinking outside of the box right now. Painting business, recycling business. I've been looking into solar energy and stuff. I think it's really cool. Someone could really make some money off of that. Maybe you an excellent cook. You the cook of the family. Maybe you start you a seafood company, a fast food restaurant, a laundromat. It's so many things that you could do where you don't have to do what you're doing right now, but only you know what gifts call you. You only know that. And so many people live with those gifts buried instead of planted. Do you feel buried? Do your gifts feel buried, or do they feel planted? There is a difference. Some people have gifts and they're like, well, I used to want to do this, but now I just go to work, go home, pay bills, go to work, go home, pay bills, go to work. You in the rat race. That gift that you buried, I need you to plant it. And when you plant a gift versus when you bury a gift, there are two big differences. Burying a gift is like, I don't want to see it again. I'm embarrassed that I didn't finish, or I have a lot of regret. Something didn't go right. Maybe the relationship messed it up. You messed it up. You got off track. You had a kid. It's going to be so many excuses when you bury a gift, because what are you burying your gift under? A lot of excuses. One on top of the other, to the point where you can't even see your dream no more because you got too many damn excuses, right? We're getting out of Excuseville and we're going to the season where we're planting our seeds. So if you have a gift and you planted your gift, this means that you have to water the gift. You have to fertilize the gift. You have to put energy into it. You won't see anything sprout. You won't see any flowers. You won't see any fruit produced from your gift till you put energy into it. If you don't put any energy into it and you putting all your energy into liabilities, don't grow. That's kind of like burying your gift. Anytime you invested in liabilities, You're paying the same rent for 30, 40 years. You're doing the same thing for 30, 40 years. You're just burying your gift deeper and deeper and deeper versus planting your gift. When you plant it, you actually working every day thinking about it. You working on it. Even if it's just making a call to see what you got to do. Even if it's just doing the prerequisites. Even if it's just going to get your branding together, your colors together, a logo. But damn what it is, do one thing a day to advance your gift. Me, I have got away from me being just a motivational dentist. Now I call myself a creator. Because see, when you a creator, I don't want to be locked into just being a dentist. And I realized that, dang, I'm more than just a dentist. I'm actually a creator. Create what? A creator who does dentistry. How about that? Now I'm not locked into just this identity. I love dentistry, but it's not just one thing about me. There's so much more. My profession is not my entire identity. Don't get caught up thinking that your job is just your only identity. Oh, I work for this place. That's not your whole identity. What else are you? Who else are you? Don't get distracted. Society teaches to become one thing forever. And I have never been able to just do one thing, honestly. Humans evolve. Dreams evolve. Your energy evolves. So if you're getting stuck doing one thing forever and it's not your dream, then you are who I'm talking about, unfortunately. And I need you to outgrow that old version of yourself. The version that buries everything under the dirt. I'm burying all my dreams and aspirations and goals. Girl, I'm burying it. And you'll get around people who have buried their dreams and they'll try to get you to bury yours too, 6 feet under. They'll be like, girl, don't do that. Bury it and come and work forever. No, ma'am. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are transforming. Transforming. This means you're not trying to be like nobody else. You're not copying this person. You actually transforming yourself to get closer to what? Peace and happiness. Success is third, because success sometimes don't give you peace and happiness. You got to go into the mission with peace and happiness. And knowing that if something ever get in the way of your peace and happiness, you got to eliminate it. Bye. Out of here. Don't be afraid of the repercussions. Don't be afraid of nothing, because as long as you got air in your body, you can get up and live and breathe and see the sun come out. You're going to be okay. I promise you're going to be okay. But if you continue to bury everything with your excuses, no one can save you. So be honest. Are you trying to save the old version of yourself, or are you trying to outgrow it? And when you're in the process of outgrowing your old self, of course it's going to be hard. So expect that it's going to be hard. Going and saying, you know what? I'm ready to level up. I'm ready for whatever comes my way. This is what you got. I'm ready for whatever comes my way. Because things are going to come your way. Just expect it. Some people listening right now, you don't even hate your career. You just hate what life became around it. For me, I don't hate my career at all, but I'm to a place now where I need to pivot a little bit. Because now it's getting to the point where I did this. It's time for me to go a little bit higher. I can't stay stagnant forever. You might hate the commute. You might hate the debt. You might hate the pressure, the maintenance, constant survival mode. I don't know. But let me tell you this, starting over, guys, is not failure. Downsizing is not failure. Wanting peace is definitely not failure. This is all wisdom. Now to the people out there who are just starting their journey, you in the first couple years, you keep going, you keep trying, it's not really working out for you. You in the valley of silence with me. A lot of us are in the valley of silence. This means that you're staying consistent with your goals, but you're not reaping the rewards. The journey through dentistry is often full of years where you're working hard, you're taking all these tests, you're doing board exams. You have no guarantee to be a dentist until you actually get to dental school after you get in. But before then, you have years and years of hard work, community service, doing all these different things in the valley of silence, praying and hoping that you get into the 1 to 2%. So this is why you have to stay consistent even when nothing is changing yet. When I was a college student trying to be a doctor, driving an hour away just so I can work for free at a dental practice because I know I need a letter of recommendation, I wasn't getting paid. Nothing was changing. But I knew that in the future, my future self would thank me for making this action right here without the pay. They will thank me for wiping the seats down and setting the room up and being ambitious and asking questions and being in the midst and going to basically harass the doctor. Hey, doctor, I want to work for free. Some people ain't going to do that. Some teenagers and people in college not getting up on a Saturday morning. No. Before the dental office opens so you can catch the doctor walking in. No, they're not doing that. And then you catch the doctor walking in. Hey, doc, I've been calling you. No, they're not doing that. I need to come and shadow you and work for free. I work for free. That's how you get in the door. And then they like, hell, now I'm in here working for free. Talking to the doctor, looking at what he doing, looking very interested, because I am at this point. You get what I'm saying? Consistency with no pay. The valley of silence. A lot of us are in the valley of silence. If you're trying something new, me with the streaming and creating content, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, but it still hasn't grown massively. It's still just in the valley of silence. This is a time when you got to keep growing. Keep showing up. That's when the battle is truly real, right? Everybody talk about the glow up phase, but nobody really ever want to talk about the invisible phase. And it's not you. It just takes showing up, keeping it going. Even if you have a business and you're trying to promote your business online, you might not be getting a lot of likes. Keep posting it. Keep talking about it. Somebody see you. Right? Now, the valley of silence, guys, this is where most people's dreams die. They like, it's too quiet for me. I don't think they're feeling me. Instead of, this is the season where I'm grinding, testing it out. Your vision has to be forward thinking. Your vision can't be stuck on today. Your vision can't be stuck on the things that you don't have. Your vision can't be stuck on, dang, I'm living pay. What are you going to do for your future self? Will your future self, just ask yourself this question, guys. With what you're doing right now and the decisions that you're making for your life right now, will your future self thank you? Or is your future self crying? Oh, hell no, girl, you fucked me up. Will your future self thank you or not? Is your future self going to be proud of you and be like, girl, we did that? Or is your future self going to be like, what is she doing? I want my future self to be proud, right? And the only way I can do that is if you stay calm and consistent during your growing or your planting season or your invisible season, whatever season you're in, you got to stay calm, growing, glowing, and you can't even worry about the money, who clapping for you.